We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington football team. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Set. 180. Check back 47. Warrior jump. March 47. March 47. Regular. 47's the mark.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Going play action with Stevens. He'll buy some time right. And this is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
They'll run with Geis. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
57, Mike, 57. Check.
Operating from the gun, Stevens. That's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Right there, 54, right there.
From the gun, Stevens able to find his running back, Geis. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Check. 60 Eagle. Check,
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Mike's 54.
From the gun on third down, Stevens. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down now. It's shut and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
On second down, it's shooting. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now again, right side, Shelton. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. No score after one on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Shelton. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Hey, we got 4.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Crunch. 25.
Geis. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike. Man, I got you. Hey, check Mike. 47.
From the gun, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. The coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And this carries into the end zone. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Pistol. 52. I smell fear in that offense. Alert. 36.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He wasn't ready.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Tight right. 40. Check. Mike's 57.
Here's Geis. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 3. Bang.
They run the option on 2nd down. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, baby. Ready? Bronco 80. Get in the way. 18 Cardinal. Under crunch. 79 Bronco. Hey.
Now Stevens. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Come on now, let's make it happen, baby. Let's make it happen. It's the time.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Here we go, 47.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Too little, Cup.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Here we go. Here we go.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
Kill.
3rd and long for Prescott. And going deep for Hill. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, here's Stevens. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. 47. 47 is the mic. I got it. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Kill. Mike's 47.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Prescott from the gun. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot before break. Stevens being chased out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Come on now, let's go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Geis again. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They're running it.
Hey, check Mike 57. 19 light.
I'm coming. 57's the Mike.
Check smash.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Throwing is Stevens. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Let's go now. My Cowboy 80.
Back.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go, shot. 70 Lion.
Let's go, baby. Return.
Panther 60.
Get that ball. Switch.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, check Mike 33.
Watch the screen. Mike, check 33.
I got him. Mustang 19.
On 3rd down, Stevens. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Joker. Hey, watch this. He's checking.
60 Bobcat.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Mike, check 33.
Stevens. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mike, check 33.
Stevens now off the play fake. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Hey, we got a seal.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stevens. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
47 is the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Gotta do better.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Switch gears.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
We got 4. We got 4.
Mike 9.
Bring it. Bring it.
Stevens setting up to throw it. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
No, check that. We're going to Mike 52 right here.
We're going to 54 right here.
Prescott now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Prescott. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert smash, check. Check hot route.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
33.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stevens. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Hey,
Silver. Hey, smash. Nine the mic. White team, pioneer. Watch the screen. Mike 9. Mike 9. Go.
On fourth down, Stevens. Open man here, Sims complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first down, Stevens stepping up. He's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where it came from.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Any day. Mike, go 46, 46. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 11 yards there, first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 20. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
They start on the ground with Geis, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Watch the twist.
on the ground. It's Geis. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Ready? Rocco 80.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 50 seconds.
From the gun on third down, Stevens. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Shut up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go track.
Out of the gun, Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right?